Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Back at it with another freaking video.
But so I don't know what the world has come to, but let me tell you something though. Spiritual warfare is real.
It is. It really is. Sorry, y'all. I got to eat my little last snack.
And when I see these guys, it's a clear indication of demonic possession.
Mm-hmm.
And for most of y'all, some know that are inclined, and some other. Some people have been. They see demonic, and they just automatically start thinking scary movies. It's not the same. It's not the same. It don't operate the same like that. What I'm talking about is whatever little spirits on them. Spirit or spirits on them drove this mischief. It told them and then they were and then when you see the actual footage, I'm not playing the footage, but when you see the actual footage, you can go look that up on YouTube. They were so cool and calm about hitting them people and running people off the road. It was just like fun to them. I remember when I was 17 years old, because I saw how old they are. You used to have those that you always want to do little stupid, crazy stuff, but you never did it. Never on that magnitude. I don't know what
was on your mind? I lost a great.
Never on to that magnitude.
But
so
they've been having problems their whole lives as youth. I'm sure they've been juvenile delinquents. It's a profile.
Yeah.
Poor grades. So let's start with the family structure. It starts there. No matter what. It starts in the house. So now, I'm not going to say, I can't say verbatim, but the typical profile for malassociate or maladjusted kids is that many of them come from single parent homes. A dad is not there. He's been in trouble with the law himself, or a mother could not be there. They could be staying with grandparents, or they could run away.
Actually, the mom is there, and she was like, she acted like it. She can't believe it happened. You know your child. So I want to read this article.
Go ahead.
So Matt Wallace put on Twitter. He said, and the Hispanic guy, Hispanic white. I don't know. He has a mixture. Mm-hmm. That when I read right, his name is Jesus Ayola. The teen who initially ran over and killed a retired police officer for fun just told investigators he believed he would be out in 30 days.
Wow.
So there was an interview clip where he was like, look at the faces. They're like, this ain't nothing. So what? They're like, man, I'll be out of jail in 30 days because they feel like they're 17.
Yeah.
No. And then it's asked on here, not an ounce of remorse, no apology to the family, danger to society. Should they be tried as an adult? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know exactly what you're doing. 17 years old, you're old enough to make a baby. So how you tell them you're not old enough to know what you consciously doing?
Of course they know, but when it comes to the psychological disorders that's going on based off of home environment, or it's a whole profile.
And keep talking. I'm gonna.
And it's sad. It's really sad, and it just comes back around. It really does, and they don't realize you reap what you sow. But that's what they want to do. So eventually it will catch up with them, and they will be in jail because it's going to be another person. But it shouldn't get to that place. It shouldn't get to that place. If this is not a warning sign of who these kids are going to be as adults, then I don't know what is. And it started very early. Signs of this type of behavior were seen in elementary school, even before then.
And I always know spirits know what other spirits. So Jesus' mother said the following: I don't know why he did this. I don't know if God can forgive this. Firstly, and that's not correct. God can forgive, and God does forgive. But if you accept Christ as your Lord and Savior,
and turn from your wicked
ways, you will be forgiven. But you still have to deal with the laws of the land. You still going to deal with your consequences, and more than likely, you're not going to get out of jail for doing that.
No, especially if the man died.
So you still got you got the laws of the land that you still got to deal with. What's that? Javier's, I don't think that's Jasmine or something like that. His mother said, my son's side of the story will be told. What side? The truth, not the inaccuracies the media will try to portray. What? They had the cell phone. We got to see it right as they were doing it.
But so as you can see, this is why the kid does what he does,
right?
Because the mother is in denial about his behavior
Completely.
and has been his whole life.
Completely.
So when he did things growing up, He wasn't reprimanded. He wasn't disciplined. He probably was horrible. He probably was a horrible student, behavior-wise. His academics, I'm sure, were failing because kids who are happy with their lives don't do these types of things. Keyword I said, happy with their lives.
Yeah.
They don't have to grow up in a two-parent home to be happy. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
But the parent does have to show responsibility in raising the kid and doing what is right by the kid, and that's discipline.
Right.
Discipline for your negative actions and consequences to avoid this type of situation, which is going to cause them to go to jail.
Yep.
For a very long time. And that's sad. That's sad. Can they be rehabilitated if they want to be rehabilitated?
And do I feel like they just going to just juve and they're going to do a little time and be out? Absolutely not.
Well, first of all, he killed a retired sheriff.
On purpose, and you recorded your stupid self doing it.
Yeah, he and I mean, a sheriff, another person who wasn't a sheriff is just as important as a sheriff is, but however, he killed a man of the law.
That's even worse. They said that officer had retired from he was a Bell, California police officer, and he moved to Vegas and retired, and he was just living his life.
Yeah. Well. So
you didn't survive a police officer to get hit by two 17-year-olds purposely in a car from behind.
Well,
how is that?
Good things. I mean, scratch that. Bad things happen to good people.
That's
what
true.
I wanted to say, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
However, retribution will also take place. Justice will be served.
Yeah.
And it's quite unfortunate that those young men will be incarcerated for a very long time.
Very long time.
And maybe that is when they'll get the help that they need. Maybe they'll be able to get the counseling, the therapy, and accept it, and then, you know, take responsibility for their negative actions, give their life to Christ, and change their ways. Because if they don't give their life to Christ, nothing will change in them.
Right. And how can your mom sit there and say, my son's truth will come out, his story will come out, his truth? Did you not look at the same video we were looking at? Because that sounds like a person that the situation wasn't documented can go in with those saying that her son didn't do anything. No, we see everything. We were right there with him on the camera.
That's denial. She knows her kid has been a terror and has terrorized
this ain't the first.
his whole life.
Yep.
No, absolutely not.
Yep.
Parents know their kids. Whether they want to accept it is up to them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say, oh, well, they never did this at home, but they do it at school.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Then they do it at home.
I don't believe that. They may not exhibit the behavior to its maximum because of what they think you're going to do, or maybe you'll do nothing, but they don't just act completely like a stranger at home and then get to school and show a whole different character. Not especially a small kid. They're not that calculated when it comes to the higher level of thinking to be able to make that adjustment off. No, they tear up at home. They're really going to tear up in the classroom. So, no, don't play. But I was going to say, and even if let's say they didn't decide to accept Christ, but they found some form of therapy. They found something that allowed them to face themselves.
Okay.
And find that peace within and have empathy and compassion and be able to tap into their feelings and emotions, because those kids that don't do that, those are the socially maladjusted. Those are the, I can't think of the name of it right now, the diagnoses for it, but they start early. Yeah. And then when they graduate to get to middle school and high school, it's really embedded, because early intervention is the best intervention. Okay. So the mom saying that there is no side for him to be told. Proof is in the recordings and the cameras that are all in the that they saw driving. Cameras have them, I'm sure, in traffic. So it's a shame. It is the parents' fault for not.
So, y'all,
stepping in earlier.
That's right, man. So we would just let y'all know, man, it's craziness going on in this world. They will be tried. And the problem is the internet will continue to make people that will let people display their evil on the internet. It doesn't stop right here, unfortunately. So like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment down in the section below if you want some. We got to go. Bye.